Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Welcome to Sara Akash. This is Vijay Lakshmi and he is my friend Pitambar.
The greatest wonders of this universe are the mysterious creations, the sky, the sun, the earth, and billions of living beings. Nature, in all its splendor and glory, is devoid of vain pride or what you call ego.
Let's dive deep into the all pervading but invisible ego and its inherent powers.
The idea is to find a connect between ego and strength.
What is ego? To put it simply, ego is the opinion you have about yourself.
The term ego refers to your sense of self, your conscious mind, or your self esteem. In psychology, it's the part of your personality that deals with reality, while colloquially, it often refers to an inflated sense of self importance or arrogance.
For example, a healthy ego allows you to confidently assert your opinions, while an inflated ego might be seen when you are constantly seeking validation. Like Duryodhana, who had an illusion that he was the real heir to the throne, developed a large ego which sought validation from everybody all the while. It was Karna who fed him with the false sense of pride in order to fulfill his selfish ambition of fighting against Arjuna. He instigated Duryodhana to fight Mahabharat war as Duryodhana believed in him. So Karna was more responsible for the war than other conspirators.
The ego may be a kind of mediator between the demands of the outside world and your conscience that helps you to cope with reality and make practical and rational decisions.
Lord Krishna defeated Jarasandha 17 times
Yeah.
but did not kill him. Jarasandha deserved a kind of killing because of his birth secrets that went against Lord Krishna's character.
Only Bhim had the ability to kill Jarasandha. Lord Krishna had that clarity and so took a rational decision to shift his capital from Mathura to Dwarka against a loud accusation of his being a coward and a ronchod, means running away from war. His dharma was to save his people and protect them from constant exposure to war. The strong must adhere to dharma in spite of their strength.
The ego, therefore, refers to a person's self worth, confidence, or importance. But if it is used as obstinacy and arrogance, it leads to a great fall. Arjuna was never proud of his strength, skill, or power, but had a quiet confidence to face the challenges of the world all by himself. Arjuna was always the face of victory for Pandavas.
If you are too sensitive, you will have a bruised ego, which means a blow to your self esteem. And then you must be careful not to have a fragile ego that is easily wounded and very much prone to criticism. Rishi Durvasa is a great example of fragile ego. He gets angry so quickly and proceeds to curse the person without reason or rhyme, from which the person cannot escape.
How can a saint do that?
He is ordained to do that. He is part of fate or destiny. His curse has to be interpreted as the unfolding of fate that you are bound to suffer. He only reveals the secret, and therefore he must not be misunderstood. He is a weapon of destiny.
Once Draupadi had washed off all the vessels after the Pandavas had completed their lunch. She had even cleaned the pot in which she cooked Anna. Suddenly, Durvasa and his disciples arrived in their jungle hut, persuaded by scheming Duryodhana, and wanted to have food there. Draupadi was crestfallen and terrified of his curse.
She remembered her Sakha, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna appeared on the scene and requested the sage to go to the river to take bath before their food. He asked Draupadi to give him food to eat, even a morsel.
Draupadi searched all vessels, And lo, she did find a single broken rice hidden in the edges of the cooking pot. He enjoyed that morsel of rice that had a fulfilling impact on the sage. While taking bath, Durvasa and his disciples felt their stomachs were full. They left the place without a curse.
What it means is Draupadi did not deserve the curse. The providence disposed it.
But ego is that part of identity that includes your self respect and dignity. Lord Ram was asked to go to the forest for 14 years as part of an obligation towards his father's promise to Kaikeyi.
He was about to be coronated as the king of Ayodhya. He was urged by many to dismiss the whole thing as conspiracy and to accept to become the king, but he would have gone down as arrogant and power hungry.
He created a unique identity of Purushottam or Mahamanav through his sacrifice. This is civilizational and cultural identity that remains for posterity as a legacy to be emulated.
Self respect is strength, identity is strength, so ego is strength. This strength has boundless possibilities. Take, for example, Eklavya, who goes to Guru Drona for learning archery. Guru Drona refuses to accept him as his disciple.
Obviously, Eklavya should have been disappointed and angry. Rather, he makes a mud statue of Guru Drona and practices archery in the presence of his Guru.
The great respect and devotion of Eklavya helps him to discover his strength, skill, and technique that are already in him, which Guru Drona could see, and challenges him to learn on his own by refusing to accept him as his disciple. This is the strength or identity of a great teacher who can see and fathom the potential. A great guru's strength is not to teach but to inspire, motivate, and facilitate.
Drona is neither biased nor prejudiced, but a teacher of great eminence who can see the future in his disciples.
Absolutely. Eklavya's unhurt ego is his strength. His acceptance of refusal is his strength.
A Western journalist, Morgan, asked Dr. Jaishankar if India is capable of defending her nuclear weapons.
Dr. Jaishankar smiles and says, India has built her nuclear weapons against strong opposition and all kinds of sanctions for years. If we could produce nuclear weapons without your approval and validation, we can defend them without your help too. This is India's ego, but not pride or arrogance, but confidence, strength, and power.
Most importantly, ego is nothing but your conviction. In 2020 Galwan clash, when 20 of our soldiers were martyred against more than 100 Chinese soldiers killed, Indian army had a standoff face to face for 4 years.
This is India's ego, her identity of never bowing to pressure, and her strength and confidence. This is India's self worth, not vain boasting.
So there is a thin dividing line between arrogance and confidence. But the connection between ego and strength is very deep. You must keep your negative inflated ego detached from your strength, your confidence.
When everybody in Pandava camp gave a cry for war, Lord Krishna proposed himself to go as the ambassador of peace to Kurusabha against Draupadi's wish. Arjuna was afraid of the insult Duryodhan might heap on him.
But Lord Krishna did go as the ambassador of peace because he was confident of his ability and power. To give peace a chance, he was ready to bow, ready to beg half of the kingdom. When he did not get even the half, he asked for 5 villages for 5 Pandava brothers. He exhausted all options, sacrificing his prestige and dignity in the process.
But when Duryodhan became blind with arrogance and asked to imprison him, he showed his Vishwarupa as all powerful God. Only great people bow for Sarva Jana Hitaya, not for personal gains.
Build on your confidence, your strength.
You will be an invincible power.
Keep arrogance away. You will be a world beater. This is it for today.
We'll meet again with another idea on Sara Akash.
Thank you for being with us. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Namaste.
Namaste.